even try to come back.
I'm only hoping this works.
I'm gonna text him back. Oh, poor baby.
Is the audio quality on the ring all right? Hey, this is Painkiller Already. Did you put your phone number in the chat?
Yep.
All right. So you say that you're effing awesome?
This is indeed true.
Can you describe ways in which you are so awesome?
Well, I'm a freshman, in college,
That's where the awesome people are.
Yeah. And I was dating a senior.
In college?
That's kind of awesome. Of course.
That is pretty impressive, actually. So where do you go to school?
I am in Panama City, Florida.
Nice, nice. So...
It's a pretty small city. I'm trying to get out of it as soon as I, graduate.
You need a bigger city to contain your level of freaky awesome?
Exactly. You understand me perfectly.
Have you lived in a big city before?
Huh?
Yeah,
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
I went to Nashville a couple months ago.
I like the city, but I'm not a big fan of country music, and that's kind of what it stands for,
Yeah.
But the city's cool. I go there like every summer to visit my grandma a lot, my grandma and my grandpa.
It's obvious that people live in the South listen to country music.
Wing says it's obvious that Southerners listen to country music.
Yeah. My grandparents are like really Southern. They live out in like the middle of nowhere.
I have a friend from New Jersey, like from where I grew up, and he's a dentist, and he keeps trying to tell us to move back, move back, move back. And we're like, no, you should move down here to North Carolina. You should move down. And we just had this conversation for years. Like, he wants me to move up. We want him to move down. And eventually he says, Woody, let me tell you, I'm a dentist. That's how I make my living. And in North Carolina, if you've got more than 2 or 3 teeth, you're just a show-off. And that that was where it ended. So he's never coming down.
Yeah, when I'm in Tennessee visiting my grandparents, my grandpa, he used to be like, he played pool, like billiards a lot, and he kind of hangs out in this like it's got like 4 or 5 pool tables, like billiards club every day. So I'd go up there, and it's a surprising amount of toothless adults there. They just sit back and talk really racist and smoke cigarettes and drink coffee.
All right.
This guy is like super stereotyping people. Look here. They don't have the teeth because they've chewed tobacco most of their life. And those old men, they usually sit there and talk about the fields fermenting and stuff like that. They don't really talk about, oh man, that Obama, he's going to bring us down. We should have never put a coon in the White House. That shit right there pisses me off.
All right. Wing said coon. Unsub Woody.
I mean, it's like those old men generally aren't racist. That's the thing. Like, there's old men that sit in the
I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
Well, I have 2 of them, so we can kind of do like the old PKA, like the cool story, bro, choose thing. So my first question would be like, was my ex-girlfriend pregnant, or was she lying? Because that was a crazy thing. Or I got a question about ghosts, because I know a few months ago, or not a few months ago, like maybe a month ago, you had that situation where you thought someone was in your house and your family was like somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So which one would you like to hear?
All right, Murka Durka, you there?
I am here for the next few minutes.
We're calling a sub. You can pick ghost question or was my girlfriend lying about being pregnant question.
Girlfriend lying about being pregnant question.
Girlfriend lying about being pregnant. Bring it.
Alright, so, the senior in college, it was this whole crazy thing. And basically, I'm not into the whole serious relationship. I just kind of date to have fun. And she started getting feelings, so I decided, it's best for me to break up with her so she don't get more feelings, because I'm not going to really get the whole love thing, because that's not what I'm there for. So I told her, and then she calls me after she gets off work, says she needs to come over and pick up various items such as clothes and whatnot that she was throwing around my bedroom. And, oh, Aries back, cool. And, so basically she comes by, tells me she went to the doctor and that she's pregnant. So basically, my reaction was to throw up, so I did that. And she came back the next day, and after I started kind of talking to her, like, and telling her, and I started kissing her, that's one of the mistakes I made. And then after that, she told me, she, got this phone call, apparently, and told me that she wasn't pregnant. And then after I told her that I'm not getting back together with her, that this is not going to work, we can still be friends or whatever, then, of course, she got another phone call saying that the doctor called and they got the results mixed up and she was pregnant again. And then, a week goes by and she calls me and tells me she had a miscarriage. So what do you think?
I don't think she was pregnant.
She's crazy. Run, do not walk to the nearest exit. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Run.
Next time this happens, just kick her in the stomach to see if she's playing or not.
Yeah, so is that, I got the stream muted because I'm on the phone, but is that
yeah, the entire stream is in agreement that she was crazy. So thanks for coming on, man.
Oh, thanks for having me, man.
Cool.
Man, I have had to tell 2 people in my life that I was pregnant, and both times I was legitimately pregnant. I can't fathom making that up. That's not a fun thing to tell someone.
Yeah, apparently there are women on Earth who will use that to trap guys.
Yes,
I don't date those girls.
I don't see why some guys freak out about being pregnant though either.
I'm a girl and I see why guys freak out about being pregnant. I'm still freaking out. I'm now happily freaking out, but to this day, after 6 months of being pregnant, I'm still freaking out.
That's just not me. If a girl showed up to me I'm pregnant, I'm like, all right, let's deal with this. I mean, it's something that you're going to have to deal with. It's life. You have a kid. You teach the kid to grow up.
You're right, but there's a lot to it.
What is there to it? All right, you carry the baby for 9 months. The baby comes out of your stomach. All right, the baby's breathing. You take it home and you care for it till it grows to 18. It's honestly, simple.
I don't even know how to explain in a small amount of time how crazy it is to be pregnant and to know that I'm having a child. I don't even have children yet. I'm just pregnant with one, and it's already crazy. My life has already changed in so many ways. My decision-making process has changed. My views on things has changed. My priority list has changed. The time I wake up in the morning has changed. How many times I go pee throughout the day has changed. My diet has changed. My vitamin regimen has changed.
I think the peeing thing was because it's laying on your bladder.
Yes, you're entirely correct. You're entirely correct. But so much changes, and there's so much that goes into it. I mean,
I've never had kids of my own.
The most important thing you'll ever do in your life. It's the most important thing you will ever do in your entire life is have a child and raise a child.
I've never had kids of my own, but I have helped raise 2 siblings, and I've also took care of another man's kids a couple times in my life. And, it's not very hard. I mean...
Son of a bitch.
I love her. Goodbye.
Yeah.
That was...
I'm sure it makes a level of difference when it actually is your kid, but I can only see that level of difference being you actually love it more.
I see where you're coming from there.
I mean, I wouldn't treat somebody else's kids no more than I treat my own. I teach them to the best of my ability.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't see these guys that pick up and run. Look here, if you're worried about money, who gives a fuck? You're gonna be broke most of your life anyway. Even if you earn money, there's going to be ways for that money to get took away from you. IRS is going to take more of the share. You're going to get a bigger house, and you're going to spend that extra money on the bigger house. You're going to get a nicer car. The money's going to go that way. You're always going to sink your money in some form or fashion. Why not it be toward pushing your family's name onto another generation?
People don't realize that Wings is a good guy sometimes. They see him get frustrated with maybe a level of feedback he's not getting right. Whatever, right? 50 people call him fat on a video, and they're all of a sudden, Wings is in a bad mood, and they see that, but they don't see this, right? They don't see him taking friends off the street because they need a place to stay. They don't see him, giving food. They don't see. I know people owe Wings money, and he's just like nice about it. Like, look, man, we'll work it out. We'll find some way that that you repay it without putting yourself in a lot of pain. Wings is nice all the time, and people don't know it.
Well, I try to be the best friend possible. Like, I've had people that are, pretend to be your friend until shit gets